Please pause, stop sharing your screen. Okay. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, type in the comments that you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, type in the comments you can see my screen. And if you can hear me, also let me know that you can hear me. We are already 98. Mute your microphone as you are joining. Keep reminding them. Mute your microphone as you are joining.
I'm going to sleep.
Good.
Why?
All right, so in today's training, we are going to be looking at how to build a successful blogging business. How to build a successful blogging business. One more thing you can do for me is to put your phone in landscape mode. Put your phone in landscape mode so that you can see the screen very well. Put your phone in landscape mode. So we are going to be looking at building a 7-figure business from blogging on the internet in 2023. And this will show you a step-by-step guide on how to start and grow a highly profitable blogging business from anywhere in the world. If this is your first time of joining this training, you should understand by now that I've been talking about blogging for years now. You should know. And why do I keep talking about blogging? Because it's one of those businesses that can give you freedom. You have time freedom, financial freedom, and location freedom. Simply means that you can work from any part of the world if you are doing blogging.
Stop talking in meow. I said I like finance. Stop.
It means you can work from any part of the world if you are doing blogging. So blogging is not like your regular physical business. Someone is asking, how can I join? Please, you will see the link there, join. Once you enter the group, you see join. Click on it and join. I'm already recording this. I don't need to be repeating myself. So what exactly does it entail to do blogging? It means you can stay here in Nigeria, you can stay here in Africa, you can stay anywhere in the world, and you'll be earning your income in dollars. You can stay anywhere in the world and earn your income in pounds, British pounds. You can stay anywhere in the world and earn your income in euro, depending on the people you are working with. So blogging is one online business that gives you access to making money from diverse ways. Unlike affiliate marketing, where you only get to make money from one or two ways, which may be selling products and getting a commission, or doing solo advertising, what we call solo ads. But in blogging, you can make money from more than 10 different ways. I'm going to be explaining a couple of them. I think I have about 6 or 7 of the different ways to make money from blogging in this training. One key thing you take away from this training is that you get to understand how exactly do people make money from blogging. Sometimes people think that people make money from blogging when people use data on their website, like you use data, you purchase data from MTN or Glo or any internet service provider, and when you go on the website, you exhaust your data and the owner of the blog will get money. No, that is not how money is made when it comes to blogging. So you get to understand how exactly do people make money from blogging. What are the various niches that one can make money from blogging? And of course, you get to understand how exactly can you as an individual make money from blogging. And if you already have an existing business and you don't want to go into blogging fully, I'm also going to be showing you how you can use the power of blogging to grow your own business. If you implement what I'm going to show you, your business will be turned around for good. Before the end of this year, you will see drastic results. Okay, that's let's move to the next thing we have for today. The first thing we need to do is to introduce who exactly is Emenike Emmanuel. If you've been following me on Facebook, I don't need much introduction. My name is Emenike Emmanuel. I'm the founder of Entrepreneur Business Blog. I run multiple blogs at the same time, and also I have passion for helping people. I have passion for helping small businesses, especially in Nigeria, and especially in the time we are in. So if you are meeting me for the first time, welcome to my world. You can follow me on Facebook, you can follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Twitter. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can learn more from me. The next thing we look at is the basics of blogging. What is the fundamental thing that builds a blog? Every business has a foundation. The moment you get the foundation right, you are going to succeed. Why most people fail in blogging? Because they don't really know the basics. What are the things that makes a blog a blog? You are going to understand it, and I'm going to explain it for you in a very simple and self-explanatory way, so that even a 10-year-old child will be able to understand what I'm talking about. All right, so the next thing we look at is search engine optimization. Search engine optimization simply has to do with ways you can get traffic from search engine as a result of what you did inside your blog or outside your blog. That is just what search engine optimization means. What you do inside your blog and what you do outside your blog to make your content, to make your blog to appear on search engine. Good examples of search engine platforms are platforms like Google, Bing, Yandex, Baidu, and DuckDuckGo, and the rest of them. There are so many search engine platforms, but of course, you should know that the most popular one is the one we call Google. So, what can you do for you to be getting traffic from Google, being the #1 website in the whole world? The #1 website in the whole world. What can you do for your business to be getting traffic from this platform? That is what search engine optimization is all about. And of course, when you are getting traffic from that platform, it's practically free traffic for your business. So there's a way you get to build your business using the blogging strategy I'm going to be sharing with you today. You'll be getting customers without doing anything extra, without spending extra dime in your business. Of course, it doesn't mean that you should stop doing paid advertising. You still do paid advertising, but at the same time, you are using search engine optimization to lower your cost per acquisition. Cost per acquisition is the amount of money you spend to acquire a customer. So by the time you start implementing SEO, which is search engine optimization, it will lower your cost per acquisition. And when you lower your cost per acquisition, your profit margin will go higher. So you might be in business with people, they don't really know how you get to make more profit than them, simply because you are getting free traffic from search engine. And I'm also going to be showing you 3 monetization strategies. And of course, I will give you bonus on how you can monetize your blog, make money, and of course, do whatever you want with your money. And the last one, we are going to be doing promotion. We'll advertise some products to you. If you are interested, you get it. If you are not interested, no problem. This training is not about selling you anything. If I want to sell you something, I know exactly how to go about it. This is about giving you value. If you are impressed with whatever I'm going to be teaching, you can go ahead to buy what I'm going to be recommending to you, but that is not the main focus. So I want you to stay to the end of this training. Let's move on. So Emenike Emmanuel, I've already introduced myself. You can see my handle right here. You can use this handle to follow me anywhere on social media, whether on YouTube, whether on Facebook, whether on Instagram, whether on Twitter, whether on Thread, any platform, even Pinterest, even LinkedIn. You can use the same handle to follow me across multiple platforms, including TikTok. You can use the same handle to follow me. All right. So let's get started. If you are still here, put a fire emoji in the comments. If you are still here with me, put a fire emoji in the comment. We have 113 people here live and direct. If you are still with me, put a fire emoji in the comment. Let me know that you are still here. Put a fire emoji in the comment. Good, it's coming. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Fire emoji. Let people know that something is going on here. Keep the fire emoji coming. If you are here with me, keep the fire emoji coming. I want to show you things that will transform your business. You can use the power of blogging to transform your business. Keep the fire emoji coming. It's giving me energy, more energy to do the work. More energy to do the work. We have a lot to discuss today. Your business can never remain the same by the time we are done with this. The amount you spend to acquire customers will reduce. If you've been spending 300,000 naira every month to acquire customers in your business, you will spend 100 and get the same result. Or you can decide to spend the same 300, but your profit margin will skyrocket. I guarantee you that one. I guarantee you that. I put my integrity to it. I guarantee you success in this business. Before the end of this year, you are going to see success. And it's going to be practical. You are going to get exactly what to do for your business to grow. Put the fire emoji coming. Good. Let's move on. We have 111 here. All right. So what are the things that you need to grow a business? What are the things you need to grow a business? When it comes to blogging, there are three things involved. There are three things involved. I told you that I'm going to be showing you the basics of blogging, the foundation. What exactly makes a blog a blog? The first one is your domain name. The first one is your domain name. Your domain name is like your address on the internet. Your address on the internet, it can come in different extensions. As you can see here, we have .com, we have .edu, .info, .tv, .org, .ng, .com.ng, and the rest of them. These things are called extensions. But the most important thing is the name. Your domain name means your address on the internet. Let me explain it further. The same way you have your physical business address, that is exactly the same way you have your online address. Your online address is your domain name. The beautiful thing about having a domain name and having a physical business is that when people go on search engine to look for you and they enter exactly your domain name, what will happen is that the internet will take them directly to your business website. Unlike your physical business where someone can walk into a plaza and the person is asking, who is selling television in this plaza? Who is selling television in this plaza? I'm looking for so and so person, but I don't know the particular shop. And before you know it, another customer will redirect the person's focus and the person will end up not buying from you. But when it comes to your website, even if the person made a mistake in your name, the way Google algorithm works is that they will suggest your name. That is the beauty of having a domain name. People can get to you directly without any interference. So if you are running a business and your business does not have a domain name, you are already losing out in the opportunities you have to make money on the internet. And of course, when it comes to selecting a domain name, there are factors you need to put in place. There are factors you need to consider. Number one is how easy it is for the domain name to be remembered. You don't use a domain name that is difficult to remember. If you use a domain name that is difficult to remember, another person will use a similar domain name and be stealing your audience, your customers, your prospect. They will steal your audience. So you don't use a domain name that is difficult to remember. Number two is that you don't use a domain name that is difficult to spell. So when you go for an event and they ask you, oh, nice to meet you, what's the name of your website? And you mention the name of your website. Many people may not have the opportunity to ask you to write it. They will assume that this is the way it should be spelled. And of course, if there is any mistake in the spelling because you change, maybe you want to write business and you are using Z in place of S, you already know that people will be going to X because that is the correct spelling of business. So don't make mistake in the spelling. I've mentioned number one, difficult to pronounce, difficult to remember, difficult to spell. And of course, the last one is that you should not use a name that means a different thing. For instance, you are talking about health and you are using a name that has more to do with entertainment. It means you are confusing your audience. Imagine you buy a domain name called entertainment.com and you are using it to promote health products. That is confusing. People will land on your website and they'll begin to wonder, am I on the right platform? Am I on the actual website? Because the name is entirely different from the niche that you are using it. So don't make that mistake. The next thing you look at is, should I use a brandable domain name or should I use a combination of keywords that I want to rank for? What do I mean by brandable domain name? Names like Google, names like Namecheap, names like Facebook, these are brandable domain names. Names like Tesla, they are brandable domain names. Most brandable domain names are short. Most brandable domain names are short and they are easily remembered. That's what you can know about brandable domain name. And of course, most brandable domain names are also more expensive. So if you are able to craft a brandable domain name, kudos to you, because when you want to sell that website, when you want to exit the business and sell it, the price will be very high because that is a brandable domain name. That's why I always recommend that as much as you can, if you can get a brandable domain name, that's good. But if you cannot get a brandable domain name, the best alternative is to go for combination of keywords. What do I mean by combination of keywords? What exactly is your business all about? If your business is about health, you can register a domain name called healthinfo.com. I'm using that as an example, assuming such name is available. When someone lands on the website, the person has already come to know that this website is talking about health information. Health information. As you are joining, please mute yourself. As you are joining, mute yourself so that your voice or background voice will not interfere with other people's listening, other people's listening platform. Please don't interfere. I don't want to breach the communication. So combination of keywords, if you use things like education, travel abroad, travelabroad.com, the moment someone lands on the website, the person already knows that this website is about how to travel abroad. Scholarship info or scholarship intro. The person already knows that this platform is about scholarship. I'm giving you two different ways you can get a domain name. Is either you form one by crafting a brandable domain name, or you can use a combination of keywords. And of course, when you are using combination of keywords, there's a length to which it should get to. It shouldn't be too lengthy. It shouldn't be too lengthy like the mistake I made when I started entrepreneurbusinessblog.com. That's about 22 letters. Your domain name should not be more than 15 letters. Write this thing I'm telling you down. Why it shouldn't be more than 15 letters? Because it will be easier for people to remember it. It will be easier for people to spell it. It will be easier for people to write it anywhere. If the domain name is short, memorable, easy to spell, it will give you an edge. This thing does not automatically add ranking values to you, but it makes it easier for people to remember your platform. Right? This thing I'm saying that it does not automatically add any ranking value to you, but it makes it easier for people to remember your website. If people remember your website, it means that they will more likely do business with you. If you've been following my the series of training I've been posting online recently, you discover that there are three basic things that happen for people to do business with you. One is that people must know you. Two is that they must trust you. And the next one is that they must like you. So if people don't know you because your website is very lengthy, most people's attention is not that high. They don't have that strength to start trying to memorize your domain name. If it's too lengthy, they will forget about it. So do yourself a favor by making sure that you select a domain name that is easy to remember, easy to spell, and of course, something that has a combination of keywords or a brandable domain name. That is for domain name selection. The next one is web hosting. What exactly is web hosting? Web hosting simply means where you put your content on the internet and where people can access your content on demand. So see your domain name as your address on the internet. See your web hosting package as your house. The bigger your web hosting package is, that's the amount of money you pay will determine how spacious it will be. So if you go to get one that can only accommodate maybe 10 gig, it means that when you get to that 10 gig of content, your website will start having problem. So the bigger it is, the better. But I always advise people, don't start with big package. Start with small, and as your traffic increases, you can always expand it. So see your web hosting as the room, as the parlor, as the sitting room that you've paid for. While the address, your domain name is like the address on the internet. So it's like having a warehouse. The bigger the warehouse, the more content it can accommodate. The more traffic it can accommodate, the more people it can accommodate at a time. There are some, they will tell you that this can only accommodate 20,000 paid views in a month. Some will tell you this can only accommodate 100,000 paid views in a month. It means that the moment you begin to get closer to that, it will send a warning signal to you that you are beginning to exceed your bandwidth. That is web hosting for you. If you get a domain name and you pay for web hosting, the next thing you do is that you integrate them together. You integrate them together. If you are following me on YouTube, you will see a video where I showed practical example of how to integrate your domain name with your web hosting. So this lesson is not something you just end here. You go to my YouTube channel, you see practical videos where I displayed it. I told you guys that you should get pay for domain name and hosting so that I'll use it for practical. The person I gave that, I've not gotten feedback from the person. Let me still be waiting before the end of this lesson. I will check if the person has gotten back to me with the details. The next one is your blog theme. Your blog theme, some people call it blog templates and page builder. This is what gives your blog the shape that it has. When you look at different blogs have different shapes. Why? Because of the different themes that they used. So if you like someone's design, blog design, all you need to do is to ask what exactly is the theme the person is using. Even if the person did not tell you, you can get the information on the internet. You can get the information on the internet. So just go online, type what theme is this website using. You see a particular website, a series of websites anyway on Google, where you can copy the URL, put it there, you can get the exact template or blog theme that the person is using. There are times people get some things, if they are good with programming, they can recustomize it. That can also happen, but it will always tell you the fundamental theme that the person is using. It will help you to know what you can do to build someone's website even without getting to know the person. So these are the three things that you need to build a blog. The moment you get your domain name, you get your web hosting, and you integrate it, the next thing you do is you get on the website. Look at the website here. You can copy it down. The first one is ebusinessroom.us/NC. That's where you get your domain name. The next one is web hosting. You go to ebusinessroom.us/HG. You get your web hosting. And the third one is where you can get your theme and page builder. When you get page builder, you can use it to build sales page. You see some beautiful sales page. Many of them were built using Thrive Architect. So you can just go to ebusinessroom.us/Thrive for you to get your own immediately. But don't go yet until we are done. All right, so the next thing we have here is search engine optimization. Like I told you earlier, how do you get people to see your website? There are two types of search engine optimization. One is what we call off-page SEO, and the one we call on-page SEO. Off-page SEO has to do with the things you do outside your blog for your blog to rank on search engine. The things you do outside your blog for your blog to rank on search engine. While the on-page SEO are the things you do inside your blog for it to rank on search engine. I hope you guys are still here. If you are here, give me thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Let me know that you are still here. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Yes. Keep them coming. Please mute yourself. Mute yourself. All I need is for you to put comments here. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. So, why is search engine optimization very important? Is because this is the only way for you to get organic traffic. Search engine optimization is the only thing you can do to get organic traffic. Organic traffic means traffic that you did not pay for. Traffic that you did not pay for. The only way for you to get traffic you did not pay for is through search engine optimization. That is why it's very important. Even if you are using AdSense arbitrage, AdSense arbitrage, it simply means paying Facebook, paying some ad network, advertising platform to send you traffic so that you can convert that traffic and get some return on investment. Maybe you spend 5,000 naira to pay for traffic and you get traffic from that platform, get clicks from the people that visited the website, and you get 10,000 naira from your AdSense. That's arbitrage. Even if you are using AdSense arbitrage to grow your blog, it's very, very important that you maximize search engine optimization to help you to balance whatever you are doing. So these are the little things you can do to rank your blog on search engine and also increase your income potential. You can do these things to increase your income potential. You can use it to rank yourself on search engine. Number one is using keyword focused domain name. Keyword focused domain name. I said it when we started. I said there is no need using entertainment.com to run a health blog. It's already a no-no because you are not only confusing your audience, you are at the same time confusing search engine. Using a name that means an entirely different thing. A name that means an entirely different thing to run your blog. You are confusing search engine. Do not make that kind of mistake. Do not make that kind of mistake. So when you are picking a name and you want to use combination of keywords, make sure the name you are using is keyword focused. It's very easy. There are many AI tools now on the internet you can use to form a domain name. It will recommend different kinds of domain name to you. Number two, if you are running a physical business and you want to increase the ranking of your website on search engine, one of the things you must do is to register on Google My Business. Google My Business is the same as Google Business Profile. I thought about it a few days ago. Some people took action immediately and registered and got approved immediately. It's on Facebook. Some people sent me messages on Facebook that they have registered on Google My Business as Google Business Profile and they are already getting reviews. So when you register on Google Business Profile, you put you put the link of your website there. You put the link of your website there. It will help you to also be getting traffic from search engine. Number three is image optimization. What exactly is image optimization? Let me explain something here. I wrote about it a few days ago. When it comes to ranking content on search engine, there are 4 things that are involved. Number one is video. Video content rank higher than any other kind of content on search engine. You should know by now that video is self-explanatory. It's easy for people to see the description, step-by-step process on how to do anything. Number 2 is audio. Audio is what most people call podcast. People are now registering on platforms to speak without their faces showing. That's podcast. Audio is also the kind of content that perform very well on search engine. Number 3 is image. Image is the one you know, where you take a picture or you download a picture and you use it on your website. But when you are using that image, there's a way for you to optimize the image for that image to rank on search engine, so that when somebody goes to the image section, your content can perform very well. There are people that may not rank for the text that they have written, the content they have written, but they are ranking for the image. And some people go online to search using images. So when they go there to search using images and you are already at the top, they will likely click on your image and get to your website. So that is why it's very important that you understand how to do image optimization. And how exactly do you do image optimization? I will explain it for you in simple terms. Number one is that when you get your image, you download it. Either you took the image from your phone or you downloaded it from internet, from platforms like unsplash.com, pixabay.com. These are places where you can get royalty-free images that you can use on your website. So when you download the image, the first thing you do is that you take the image to a platform called reduceimages.com. What does this platform do? It helps you to reconcile or reduce the dimension of the image. When you reduce the dimension of the image, the size of the image will come down and it will be able to fit into your blog. It will be able to fit into your own platform. The next thing you do is to take it to a platform called tinypng.com. When you take it to tinypng.com, it will help you to compress the image. In the process of reducing the dimension and compressing the image quality will remain the same. So it's not something you use cropping. If you do cropping, the quality will reduce. But when you use these two platforms I just told you about, it will reduce the size of the image without the quality of the image diminishing. And the last thing you do is that when the third thing or fourth thing you do is when you get that image, rename it to align with the topic that you are writing on. So if you have one image, the image should align with the content of the blog post. If you have 4 images, at least 2 of them should align with the content of the blog post. The other ones may not align. You can use the subtitles to augment it in renaming it. Do not post any image the way you downloaded it on WhatsApp or from the internet. Because when you do that, it will carry a different name. And when that name is not in line with the content, you are already confusing search engine. Don't do that mistake. That's why most people are not ranking very well using image. I call it tinypng, tinypng.com. tinypng.com. That's where you compress the image. You can even upload the image back again, compress it further, upload it back again, compress it further, and the quality will still remain the same. It will be reducing in size until you get maybe something below 100 KB. That will be enough for you. So the last one you do is you take the image. When you upload the image, there's what we call alternate text. It's written as alt text, especially when you are using tools like Yoast SEO. You see it there. Alt text, that's ALT text. That text simply means that you need to put the keyword that you want the email to rank for. Do not leave it empty. So these are the 4 or 5 stages you must pass through for you to do image optimization very well. So that when someone is searching for the keyword you've written on, using the image search, your content will likely be at the top. And the 4th one is called guest posting. What exactly is guest posting? Guest posting simply means writing for other blogs. Writing for other blogs. Writing for other blogs. That is what guest posting means. And why do you write for other blogs? So that you will be able to get mentioned, so that the blog will mention your name, either your business name or your personal name. Because the more your business name is mentioned across multiple platforms on the internet, the more Google and other search engine platform aggregates that name back to whatever domain name that has that name. So if you are using businesssearch.com as your domain name and you have multiple mentions across different platforms, even if they are not linking to you, when people go online to search for business search, anything business search, they will first of all show that domain name that has that business search because you've gotten multiple mentions on the internet. It means that when you are doing guest posting on some authority website and they tell you, oh, we are not going to link to your website, if they can mention your name, if they can mention your brand, you are already doing well for yourself. That is guest posting for you. So you don't just write on your website alone, on your blog alone. You also need to write on other blogs. But before you begin to write for other blogs, you need to first of all do justice with your own blog by having enough content and making your blog look professional enough. The next thing is what we call internal linking. What exactly is internal linking? Internal linking simply means linking to other articles within your blog. When you write on your blog, you need to link to other articles within your blog. Why is it important? Let me mention it. One is that there's what we call Google Web Crawler. Web Crawler is the bot from Google and other different search engine platforms that search the internet globally looking for articles that are in line with a particular keyword. So when they find a single article on your website and that website links to another, that particular blog post links to another blog post on your website, the web crawler follows that link to other pages. So you can use internal linking to interconnect all the articles on your website. Of course, it's the same thing that Sitemap does. But beyond using Sitemap to do interconnection of articles on your website, what internal linking will do for you is that it also increases your click-through rates. It increases your click-through rate. It means that someone can actually, by reading one article, the person can read 5 more articles. People always tell me that the moment they land on my blog, they don't end up reading just one article alone because I do internal linking strategically by locating the anchor text. What is anchor text? Anchor text is that particular text that you are seeing that a particular link is embedded behind it. That is what we call anchor text. So it will increase your click-through rate and at the same time it will increase traffic. It will increase your paid views. So if someone, maybe you are using AdSense to monetize your blog and the person read the first blog post but did not click on your ads for you to get money, the person will open the next page, open the next page, open the next page. As he or she is opening more pages, that is how the impression is increasing because AdSense pays you, AdSense pays you based on clicks and at the same time based on impression. So the more pages the person opens, the more impression the person is making on your website. And at the same time, the more revenue you are likely to make. So maybe you are using affiliate marketing to monetize your blog. The person read the first post and did not take action on any of the affiliate links and clicks on the second one within the same blog, he or she might take action. So that is why internal linking is very important and it's good that you do it strategically. Strategically means that you don't just put click here, register here, and you put link. No, go here. No, that is not strategic internal linking. You need to put the text there. So for instance, I want to write about, I wrote an article on how to make money blogging. And in one of the anchor texts, I'll write step-by-step way to do affiliate marketing. And I will link to that place. So when you get to that place, you're already inquisitive to know the step-by-step way to do affiliate marketing. That is what strategic internal linking means. If you do it the other way by saying a step-by-step way to make money through affiliate marketing, click here, it will not work. It will not get you the right result. Not only that, the more you build backlinks using a particular anchor text, the more Google will begin to assign that particular anchor text to your blog post. Let me use an example. Let's say people begin to link to my website, entrepreneurbusinessblog.com, entrepreneurbusinessblog.com. Before you know it, if you go online to type entrepreneurbusinessblog.com, even though you did not put them together, my website will show at the top. It's because people have linked to that particular name over a period of time. That is why linking is very important. Strategic linking is very important. The next thing is heading. The heading of your blog post. Every blog post you write has a heading. And if you are using WordPress, WordPress already has the heading as H1. We have different categories of heading. Those of you that use Google document will know that we have H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. All these headings, all of them have strategic meaning. They are not there for fun. And even when you want to rank on search engine, this heading also has a role to play. So we have the heading and we have the subheading. The heading here has to do with the title of the blog post. So if you want a particular post to rank well on search engine, whatever keyword you are targeting must be mentioned in that heading. So if you are targeting business search in Nigeria or business search Nigeria, it must be in your heading. You don't put every other thing and say, oh, what I want to rank for is company search. No. That business search must be in your heading. Number 2 is the subheading. When you create content, you have different subheadings. The first one, the only place you have heading 1 is the title of the blog post, and you don't have anything to do about it for it to be heading 1. If you're already using a good theme and you are using WordPress, it's automatically heading 1. You don't need to do anything about it. Where you begin to put headings is in your subtitles. That's the subheadings in your subtitles. All the subtitles, the major subtitle is heading 2. That's H2. We call it H2 tags. If there is a subheading that appears under H2, which is not a standalone subheading, it becomes H3. But if you have standalone subheadings, let's say you want to write about 5 ways to make money online. Number 1, blogging. That's heading 2, H2. Number 2, affiliate marketing. That's H2. Number 3, drop shipping. That's H2. What again? Freelance writing. That's H2. E-commerce or whatever it is. Online coaching. That's H2. They are all stand-alone subheadings. If for any reason there is a subheading that appears to be under blogging, let's say we begin to write different ways to make money from blogging, it becomes H3. When I mention Google AdSense under blogging, becomes H3. I hope you are getting the point. If you are following me, leave a fire emoji that you are following me. I'm explaining something here that you need to understand how to categorize your subheadings. Leave a fire emoji. Leave a fire emoji if you are following me. Leave a fire. I'm trying to explain very strategic things so that those of you that are new to blogging, those who are advanced in blogging may not need this particular thing I mentioned. Some of them are even making the mistake. Some people that call themselves blogging gurus, they are making the same mistake. They are making the same mistake. So subheading H2 is the major subheading. If a subheading appears under that particular H2, it becomes H3. And I gave you example. 5 ways to make money online. That is title, is already heading 1. Blogging, affiliate marketing, freelancing, graphics design, e-commerce, dropshipping. That's all of them will be H2 because they are stand-alone subheadings. And if there is a subheading that appears to be under blogging, that one becomes H3. A typical example, if I write about different ways to make money from blogging under the blogging part, it becomes H3.
I think I missed something, sir.
Please mute your microphone. Everyone should mute their microphone. Appear on search engine when people are searching for your content. Of course, you should know that when you go on searching to search for something, Google will show you 3 things. One, they will show you the domain name. That's the URL of whatever you are looking for. The next one is to show you the title of that particular blog post. And the third one is to show you a short text under the title. That short text is what we call the meta description. If you leave it blank in your blog post, Google is going to pick random things to display. They will pick random things to display for you, for people. But if you are strategic and pick the right meta description, making sure that the focus key phrase you want to rank for is there, it will increase your ranking on search engine. Let me mention something that I forgot to mention in subheading. There is what we call featured snippets. Featured snippet, when you go on Google to search for something, let me see if I can show you a good example of what I mean by featured snippets right away. Okay, how to make money. Okay, look at this. This is called feature snippets. So you can see the name written here, feature snippet. Every blog post that appear on the feature snippet always rank as number 1. After ads, they appear as number 1. So when you create content that appears on feature snippet, your chances of ranking on the first page of Google will be very high. And how do you do it so that you can appear on feature snippet? It is through the use of subtitles. One is through the use of subtitles. Number 2 is through the use of direct definition. Direct definition. So if you want to give answer to something, you give a direct answer. You give a direct answer. Let me see if I can find another one. And the third one is using tables. You tabulate something, maybe locations, different salaries of different industries. You, after writing about it, you now put a tabular form that describes everything. Let me see if I can find what is drop shipping. Let me see. There's nothing ranking on the feature snippet for this. Let me see. What is liability insurance?
Jessica, why did you give it to her? How many times have I told you not to give anything that belongs to you?
I'm trying to look for keywords that will align with this. What is liability? In accounting. Okay, look at this. Good. So this is another one, direct definition. I'm trying to look for another one that gave a direct definition. So I searched for what is liabilities in accounting, and it gave me direct definition of what liability means. Direct definition of what liability means. So look at this. Liabilities are what businesses owe. So you see different ways. One is using subtitles, that's subheadings. Number 2 is using direct definition, and the third one is using tables. So when you do these 3 things, you are likely to appear on search. So for every single blog post you write, make sure you put in any of these 3 ways of increasing your chances of appearing on the feature snippet. Look at the feature snippet here. I'm sure you can see my screen. So look at the feature snippet. When you appear on the feature snippet, you are going to get at least 35% of the traffic that will come from that particular keyword. So when people search for it and you appear on the feature snippet, you get 35% traffic that will come as a result of that. That's why it's very important that you do this. All right, let's proceed to other aspect. The next one is link building. What exactly is link building? Link building simply means getting other websites to link to your website. Getting other websites to link to your website. That is exactly what link building means. Link building means getting other websites to link to your website. Please do me a favor by muting your microphone. Mute your microphone. When you get other websites to link to your website, it means link building. How do you do it? You can do that through guest posting. You can do that by exchanging links with them, which is not good. It's not good. It's not good to do link exchange. Google frowns at it, and it's also not good because you end up getting links from platforms that you are not supposed to get backlinks from. When you get backlinks from platforms you are not supposed to get backlinks from, it will harm your website. A typical example is getting backlinks from adult content website that share pornography content, and you are getting backlinks from them. It will affect your own blog. So you don't just get random links from any random website. You get from websites that are related to your own. It helps you to build your authority in the industry because you are likely going to be getting the same kind of audience from their own platform. So if you are running a finance blog, look for finance blogs to get backlinks from. Look for business blogs to get backlinks from because they are related to what you do. If you are running a health blog, look for other health blogs, medical blogs to get backlinks from because they are related to what you do. And you are going to be getting the same kind of audience. So these are the things you do inside your blog and outside your blog for your content to rank very well on search engine. That said, let's move to the next one. So we are looking at the monetization now. How exactly do you make money from what you do? How exactly do you make money from what you do? Number one is by offering services. This is the fundamental way, the easiest way to make money from blogging is by offering services. If you are running a blog in a niche that you are an expert in, you can actually use your blog to be getting services, to be getting clients that you can offer services to. Let's say you're a lawyer. You can use your blog to attract people you can offer legal services to. If you are a real estate consultant, you can use your blog to get people you can offer real estate services to. Real estate services might include helping them to do land verification, helping them to get survey or whatever it is. These are services that you can offer. When people trust you through the content you put out on your blog, it will be easier for them to hire you to offer services. The same thing applies if you're a writer and you have a blog of your own. You can actually get more people to work with you as a result of the content you put out on your website. So it's the easiest way to make money from your blog. You can start a blog today and you start making money tomorrow through services. Very easy. If you start a blog today and you have 10 articles on your blog, when people come to your blog, it looks like $1 million blog because many people will not have the time to start researching how many content does this website have. Once the website looks organized, looks beautiful, they will assume that this is a website that has been in existence for years. So if you offer to render any services to them after they are done reading your content, they will hire you. They will hire you. The next one is sales of digital product. Whatever you do, I've said it time and time again on my platform on Facebook, that whatever you do, try to create digital product out of it. Don't tell me that there's no way you can create a digital product. Even if you are selling rat poison, you can create digital product from it. Through the marketing strategies you've implemented and you've gotten results, you can teach people how to sell anything to anybody, even if it's rat poison. And people will buy it because you've gotten results. What matters most is that you have results. So it means you have results in one area and you create a digital product for people that can replicate the strategies that you've been using in that area in their own business. So you can sell digital product. The next one is affiliate marketing. No matter the industry you are in, even if it's insurance, there are platforms that will pay you for you to get leads for them, for you to get customers for them. If you are writing about e-commerce, there are platforms that will pay you for you to send customers their way. If you are writing about digital marketing, you have thousands upon thousands of platforms that are willing to pay you for them to get sales or get leads from you. So affiliate marketing is also a good way to make money from blogging. Affiliate marketing works by commission. It means you must have done something. Is that you help them to generate leads or you help them to make sales. So they will pay you a commission. And the beautiful thing about blogging is that you can put all of these strategies inside one blog without any of them interfering with each other. Affiliate marketing will just work naturally because you'll be embedding the link. And of course, as you're embedding the link, you make the link a no-follow. There are two types of link. We have no-follow link and we have do-follow link. Do-follow link means you are endorsing the website you are linking to. Why no-follow link means you are not endorsing the website, and as a result of that, Google will not increase the domain authority of that website. So you don't just give out random links and begin to give everybody do follow link. It will affect your own website, because the more do follow link you give that you receive, the more your own domain authority will go down. Mark this: the more do follow link you give out, the more your domain than you receive, the more your domain authority will go down. So when you are using affiliate marketing to promote your blog or to monetize your blog, all the links you'll be sending traffic to should be no follow, so that it will not harm your blog. That's why most people, they run affiliate marketing website and they are not ranking on searching there, and they depend solely on email lists, email marketing to make money from the blog. So don't make that mistake. And the next one is sponsored posts. How do you make money from sponsored posts? Simply means people paying you to put their articles on your website. If you target tier 1 countries where businesses value PR, where businesses value marketing, where businesses value advertising, you are going to be getting more sponsored posts than you are getting. You will not get as much sponsored posts in Nigeria as you will get when you are targeting UK. The reason, because in Nigeria, people don't care where traffic is coming from. All they want is for people to visit their website. So you can see an insurance company going to an entertainment website to advertise their insurance policies or premium, whatever it is, packages. So it doesn't work. But when you target countries, tier 1 countries, Canada, US, Australia, UK, you are going to be getting more sponsor posts, because these people focus on niche businesses. So if someone is owning an insurance blog, the person is likely going to be getting backlinks from company websites that are talking about insurance. And the last one is AdSense. And what does AdSense mean here? AdSense simply means Google paying you every month just for displaying ads on your website. How does Google AdSense work? It simply works this way. When people go on Google to pay for Google Ads, what you call Google Ads, and they pay for display ads or for search ads, and you've gotten to a level where your website is monetized, like Google has said, okay, your website is now ready to show ads. What will happen is that Google will pick those ads that people paid for and display it on your website. When someone clicks on that ad to visit the advertiser, you will get a revenue. You and Google will share the revenue. So you get more while Google will get less. That's the way it works, because you are the publisher, while Google is the advertiser. Or both Google and the person that paid is the advertiser. So you are the publisher. When you do that, you'll be getting paid. You'll be getting paid as a result of the ads that they display on your website. What do you do now to prepare your website to be mature enough to display Google Ads? Number one is that you must have the preliminary pages. What does a preliminary page mean? Pages like About Us, Contact Us, Disclaimer, and Privacy Policy. You must have these pages. If you have them and you have them written well, without plagiarizing any content, write it in details. Don't just write 200 words and say it's enough. No. Write in details what your About Us means. If you can get up to 800 words, do it. If you can get up to 1,000 words, do it. Let it be self-explanatory what the website is all about. Number two, in your content, you describe what people should contact you for. Put your email address there. Put whatever, if you have physical address, put it there. Let them know how to contact you. Put your social media pages. Let them know how to contact you. It tells Google that you are a real human being. You are not a robot. You are not a bot. You are not a bot. You are a real human being. So there is a way for people to reach out to you if they have any issue. Disclaimer, you already know what a disclaimer means. Go on Google, search for disclaimer pages, read them, try to rewrite what they have written to get your own. And of course, the last one is your privacy policy. Make sure you have a privacy policy that tells people that their content is safe, their data is safe with your website. Google wants to see all of these things before they can approve your website. The second thing Google wants to look at is the theme. How easy is it for people to navigate your blog? If it's difficult for people to navigate your blog, it will be very impossible for Google to approve your blog for AdSense. So you need to use a theme that allows Google to that makes it easy for people to navigate your blog. That's number 2. And the last one is that you must not be playing or writing in a niche where Google does not approve. For instance, you are writing about tech tips. Tech tips here, or not tips, rather tech tricks. How to hack MTN data code, how to hack Glo data code, how to hack phones, how to do this one. Those things are tips and tricks. They will not approve your website. Number 2, if you are writing on adult content, sex, they will not approve your website. If you are writing on racial things that discriminate against race, against disabled people, against gender, they will not approve your website. So whatever you want to do, make sure it's in line. Read the Google AdSense policy very well before you apply, before you even set up your blog, so that you know the niche that you go into. And of course, to increase your chances of getting approved faster, go for a niche blog. A niche blog means a very tiny niche. I said this before in one of my posts on Facebook. Look for a very tiny niche. Don't talk about business in general. Pick one aspect of business to talk about. Don't talk about the whole world in general. Pick a particular country to talk about. There's even one that someone told me the other day, that you can use languages that are not English. You create content in English, transform it to another language. I've not tried it, so I'm just saying it in a passing. Maybe you can try it if you have the time. The person was using Turkey, so he just created a blog, was using Turkish language. I don't know what they call Turkish language, whether it's Turkish. I don't know. Remind me if it's Turkish that Turkey people speak. So the person created a blog that focused on that particular market and used their native language, and it was super easy for him to get approval. So you can do the same thing using any industry, any country of your choice. These are the different things you can do to make money from blogging. And I think I've shared a lot already. So let's look at the blog promotion strategies. Number 1 is content repurposing. What does content repurposing mean? The content you write on Facebook, you can expand on it and publish it on your blog by simply recreating it, by simply adding search engine optimized keyword. Google that is not a blog that is not indexed yet cannot be approved by AdSense. So you need to have a sizable volume of organic traffic for them to approve you. I forgot to mention that it's very important. You need to have a sizable volume of organic traffic. If it's not indexed on search engine, they will not approve it. So the next one is focus on your target keyword. What exactly is the keyword you are targeting for that blog? What do you want the blog to rank for? What do you want the blog to be known for? Make sure it's explicitly written in your blog post. Make sure that when someone lands on your blog post, the person already knows what to expect. And the third one is to recruit affiliates. Let's say you are selling products on your website. You can simply get affiliates to promote. For instance, what made Seller popular is because more content creators began to share the link. As people are sharing the link, it's going viral. So now that you are not building something as robust as Seller, you can simply get affiliates. As those affiliates are sharing your link, the more your blog is going viral. And as you do that, your blog will begin to get traffic from places you never imagined before. So these are the little things I want to share with us today. We are done for today. If you have questions, leave them in the comment section. I have like 10 minutes to answer questions before I cap it up with what I have for you. I have a very special offer you cannot afford to miss. Write your questions in the comment section. So while your questions the second one is my one-on-one class, one-on-one virtual training and mentorship. And the last one is a done for you package. So let me explain it while I wait for your question. Just type your questions in the comment section for me. Type your questions in the comment section. Don't leave. I have a lot of things to offer you. Number one is that if you want to get Blogging Business Masterclass, Blogging Business Masterclass is a training where I took time to explain step by step how to start a blog and how to monetize it, how to create content. Where do you get the content you create? How do you get it? I'm giving you a discount today. Normally this content is sold for 10,000 naira, but I'm giving it to you today for 7,500. If you come back tomorrow, by this time tomorrow, it's already gone. So before noon, before 12 midnight, this offer is completely gone. So take this offer if you have the budget of 7,500. Pay into OPay Digital Services 7036251361. My name is there, Emily K. Emmanuel. You send your proof of payment to this WhatsApp displayed here. You can take a screenshot of this so that you don't forget. You can take a screenshot of this so that you don't forget. Okay, let me begin to answer some of the questions while I wait for. Okay, so can a blog not indexed be approved? No, it's not possible. Not possible. If someone has done it before, I don't know. Still mute yourself, please. Mute yourself. The second offer here is one-on-one. One-on-one. If you want us to work together, like I will show you step by step how to do it so that you can learn it and also possibly offer it as a service to someone else who do it step by step, like every step that has to do with blogging, both the setup, both the content creation, both how to arrange the blog, both how to monetize the blog. We'll take it step by step. I'll teach you one step at a time. I'll also add a bonus for you how you can convert organic traffic, paid traffic to organic traffic. You get it if you pay for this. So those of you that want to do AdSense arbitrage, when you learn, this is the real secret that those screenshots you are seeing they are using to do it. All they do is convert paid traffic to organic traffic, and their revenue will go up. So you can go for the one-on-one. You pay 1/4. This is 1/4, not 14,000. This is 140,000 instead of 150. 140,000 instead of 150. You pay it to this account. Take a screenshot of this. I'll be answering some of the questions while I go over this. So don't go so that I will answer your questions. Don't go. And the last one is complete blog setup. Complete blog setup. This is not, oh, this is a mistake. I forgot to edit this. This is 200,000 naira, not 7,500. Please. This is 200,000, not 7,500. This complete package is 200,000. Sorry for the mistake. I forgot to edit this when I was copying it out. The complete blog setup is 200,000. And what does it entail? I will help you to choose a niche. I'll choose the most profitable niche and the one that will be easy for you to run. I will write 10 articles for you, 10 optimized articles for you. I will set up Google Analytics and Google Search Console for you. What does Google Analytics do? It will help you to track places that people are coming from. People that read your blog, where are they coming from? How many page views are you getting per day? Every 7 days, every 28 days, every 3 months. How many traffic are you getting? The analytics will help you to do that. While the Google Search Console will help you to know the keywords that people are using to visit your site so that you can know how to re-optimize your blog. It will also show you the position of your blog on search engine. So I'll do the setup for you. And I will suggest extra 10 topics that you can work on and how you can create the content faster. And also I will give you support as you grow the blog. So you are getting support in all of them. But in this blog setup here, you are getting the blog completely built and handed over to you. I will now give you 10 extra topics that you can work on and also show you how you can get more topics that you can be working on until you get enough content to apply for AdSense. So if you do that very well, in the next 3 months, your blog should be mature enough to apply for AdSense. And the moment you get approved, you begin to scale it from there. So this one, the complete blog setup is 200,000. Why the one-on-one is 140, and why this blogging business masterclass is 7,500. So You pick the one that is in line with your budget and go for it. All right, let me answer the questions before I proceed. Keep your questions coming. I will answer every single one of them. Please come back with the first 5 steps on how to use pictures in your blog. I said the first one, you download the picture from Pixabay or Unsplash. You take the picture when you download it, either if the picture came from WhatsApp, you take it to your PC, that is your personal computer. Next thing you do, you upload the picture to reduceimages.com. Reduceimages.com. Number 3 is that you take the picture to tinypng.com. What does reduce images do? It will help you to reduce the dimension. So if the image came as 2560 by maybe 1600, you can reduce it to 800 or 700 by whatever it will show you. So you reduce the dimension without the quality of the image reducing. When you are done with that, you download the image, you take it to tinypng.com. The tinypng.com will help you to compress the image. Once you compress the image, the quality remains the same. The quality remains the same. So the quality of the image will not be lost when you use tinypng and the other one I mentioned. And the last one is that you should rename the image. When you are done downloading it, the last one from tinypng, you rename it to align with the title of the blog post you are writing. And when you upload it on your blog, make sure you put the alternate text there. Let it align with the focus key phrase you want the blog post to write for. So these are the 5 steps you must take when it comes to image optimization. Okay, thank you for your time. How do you know what keyword to write about? How you know the keyword to write about is by doing what we call keyword research. I explained it in details in Blogging Business Masterclass, but for those of you who may not have the money to get it, let me explain it further. You can use a platform called Google Keyword Planner. It's absolutely free. Or you can use a platform called Keyword Everywhere. Keyword Everywhere is about $1 per month. For a period of 12 months, that's $12. When you key in any particular text there, it will show you the long tail keyword. We have different types of keywords based on the length. We have what we call the short tail keyword. We have what we call the mid tail keyword or medium tail keyword. We have what we call the long tail keyword. The long tail keyword has to do with the way people search for things on the internet. I explained it in details how to generate long tail keywords using Keyword Everywhere. I explained it in Blogging Business Masterclass. So if you can get it, please get it. It will help you to know how to go about it. So I just explained how to do the keyword here. You can also use the same keyword. Go to Google Keyword Planner. Google Keyword Planner is absolutely free. For you to set up Google Keyword Planner, you have to first of all have Google Ads, Google Ad account, meaning you are able to run ads. Even if you're unable to run ads, the moment you register, you can cancel it if you don't want to run ads, and you will be able to have access to Google Keyword Planner. You can't have access to Google Keyword Planner if you don't have access to Google Ads. That's how to do it. So you can keep any keyword there. You see the impression, you see the volume, you see the cost per click. If the cost per click has to do with how much people are paying to rank for that keyword. It will help you to know the keyword to write on. Someone asked, will I provide the recording? I'm not providing the recording. I will likely sell it. That's why I want people to come here live. Or you can get, if you want to get the recording, you can get Blogging Business Masterclass. You will learn everything I said here in details. It will help you. I'm having a challenge of my article not getting indexed. How long does it take for a blog post to be indexed on Google? Any method of indexing article faster? Number one is that you must have sitemap. If you have sitemap, it will increase your chances of getting indexed faster. One is that you must have sitemap. Number two is that you must interlink your post. If you have a particular blog post that is already indexed, connect it to another blog post that is not indexed. It will help the Google web crawler to move from that particular one to the next one. That's number two. Number three is that you can also go back to the content and improve on it. When you improve on it, you can reindex it. No, you cannot pay 5,000 naira. I'm sorry. cannot pay 5,000. Someone is asking, can I pay 5,000? No, it's 7,500. It comes with support in a private Facebook group. So I just mentioned different things you can do to increase your chances of your blog post getting indexed faster. These things, if you do it, it will increase your chances of getting indexed faster. And of course, when you are writing, try to write on content that has I call it low-hanging fruits. Low-hanging fruit means that not much has been written about it. Not much has been written about it. The next one is the volume of the content should be high. You don't just write an article of 400 words and you're expecting Google to index it fast. It doesn't work that way. The more content you have on your blog, the more chances of you ranking on search engine. Lisa, can you help me go over the types of SEO? I mentioned the two types of SEO. We have the on-page SEO and we have the off-page. On-page SEO are the things you do inside your blog for your blog to rank well on search engine, while the off-page are the things you do outside your blog for your blog to rank well on search engine. These are the two types of SEO. And of course, I elaborated it using this. So you can take a screenshot of this. But if you get Blogging Business Masterclass or any of the programs I'm offering you today, you also have access to it. Okay. Next question says, what are the sites where I can create my own domain and the rest? Number one is you go to, look at this here. So you go to ebusinessroom.us, that's .us/NC. Make sure you get to this NC. Don't just type ebusinessroom.us and say you didn't get the website. No. ebusinessroom.us, it will redirect you to the website where you get it. That's where you get your domain name. That's where you get your domain name. And I say your domain name is your address on the internet. And once you are done getting your domain name, you use that particular domain name and go to ebusinessroom.us/HG. You can get your web hosting there. You can get the Hatchling package. Hatchling package is the basic package and it's not expensive. Like I told you earlier, with $60, you can get 2 of them. And when you have 2 of them, your blog is already set up. You can integrate them using the video I have on YouTube. I have a free video on YouTube that you can watch. Just type Emenike Emmanuel Blogger on YouTube. You see my channel. So you can subscribe. Please do me a favor by subscribing to my YouTube channel when you get there. You see a video that will show you how to integrate it. And of course, if you also get my training, Blogging Business Masterclass, you also see how to do it. When you are done doing that, you can get your team. Your team is like your blog templates. All right. Next question. Please, how do one recover from a blog that was hit by Google update? There's a blog post on my blog. There's a blog post on my blog that will show you how to recover it. There's a blog post on my blog that will show you how to recover it. Remind me later so that I'll post it here. Or let me see. Let me just show you so that those of you that, in case I don't remember it, because you might send me a message now I might not remember to do it. I'm a very busy person. Okay, let me see Google updates. Just search for updates. Updates. Give me a minute. I'm trying to search it so that I will display it. You just go to entrepreneurbusinessblog.com. entrepreneurbusinessblog.com to see it. It's loading. So while it's loading, let me attend to other questions. So look at it. How to recover your blog from Google core updates. So you learn how the extent to which it can affect your blog and how to get it back. So look at the content here, how to recover your blog. So it's self-explanatory, the guide here. So just read this. Visit entrepreneurbusinessblog.com. Search for how to recover your blog from Google core updates. Read it and you'll get the necessary answer. I have a blog that was doing well in 2021, but it stopped getting traffic in 2023. I was sick around 2021 and couldn't do anything on my site for over a year. How do I revive my blog? It's very simple. You have to go back to the blog, go to your Google Search Console, check all the articles that have been unindexed, begin to re-index them. Indexing them means that you are telling Google to take this article back to search engine. You index all of them, make sure that all of them are now appearing on search engine. Begin to create content again. Go back to the articles you already have. If some of your competitors outrank you, look for the keywords that are not in your blog and begin to update your content, upgrade it. We call it content upgrade. If your article used to be 100, maybe 800 words before, you can begin to upgrade all of them by adding extra 300 words to each of your articles. Go back to Google Search Console again, update it, and your blog will begin to come back and create fresh content all the time. Google loves fresh content. That's the best way you can revive it. Don't let any blog disappear like that. If you are tired of running the blog, you sell it. Don't ever allow your blog to just expire. Sell it off. People are willing to buy it. The other day, someone sold a blog for 700,000 naira. The person is one of my students. So people are making money by selling their blogs. How do you write a very good and quality article? You write a quality article by, first of all, doing research. You have to do research first. What do I want this post to rank for? That is what you do. Content is all about solving problems. If the blog post like this one you are looking at here, it says how to recover your blog, we are solving the problem of website that were hit by Google Core Update. So the content must solve a particular problem. It must solve a particular problem for it to do well. So that's how you actually write quality content. Just solve problem. Just solve. If you see what I do on Facebook, I grew my Facebook audience in just 30 days. I grew by over 1,000 followers organically without paying any influencer. I didn't tell anybody to talk about me, by simply creating value. People follow people that share value. That's the way it works. Okay, let me still answer more questions here. I have many questions to answer, over 15 questions. I will attend to all of you. Don't go offline. So if you want to get the Blogging Business Masterclass, look at the account here, make your payment. If you prefer one-on-one, you want me to become your blogging mentor, you want to work with me one-on-one, the price is 150,000, but for today, you have to pay 140,000. 140,000, I will teach you step by step. Everything I said here, I will teach you on a one-on-one personal level. And as I'm teaching you on one-on-one personal level, you have access to ask me other questions as it relates to live marketing, sales, whatever questions you have, you can ask me one-on-one. And at the same time, I'll be able to guide you in selecting a niche. It's not something I'll just tell you, okay, these are the different types of profitable niches, choose any one you want. No, I will guide you in selecting a niche that aligns with your passion, that aligns with your expertise, that aligns with your experience, and is also profitable. Most importantly, profitable. If it's not profitable, I will never allow you to go into any niche that is not profitable. So if you work with me one-on-one for 140,000 instead of the standard price of 150, you've seen me sell it 150 before. I don't reduce the price. I don't reduce the price. So it's actually 150, but for today, I'm giving it to you at 140. And if you want me to do the blog setup for you, write your first 10 blog posts is 200,000. Ignore this 7,500 here. The price is 200,000 for done for you. Done for you means I will create the blog for you. I will choose a very profitable niche for you. I will create 10 articles for you. I will set up Google Analytics for you. And at the same time, I will suggest 10 topics that you can work on. And how do you go about creating the content? I will show you how to do that. Done for you for 200. The next one is 140. And the other one is 7,500. I've given you discount. All right, let me go ahead with this. What do you have to say about starting a blog on Google Blogger platform? Please do not make the mistake of starting a blog on Google Blogger platform. The reason is very simple. There are limitations. You grow the blog to a certain level and you don't have the ability to customize it the way you want. And the worst part of it is that you are not the owner of that blog. That blog is owned by Google. It means that they can wake up any day and delete your blog because it's called a free hosted platform. Free hosted platform because it's free. You do not pay for it. If you do that, get a domain name, get a custom domain name. One day you might offend Google and they will delete your website. Delete it in such a way that you can't even recover your content. That's how serious it is. But if you are using self-hosted blog, meaning you pay for hosting, you pay for domain name, and you are using WordPress that gives you access to thousands of themes, not themes, thousands of plugins that can help you to customize your blog. I'm not a programmer, but anything I want to do on my blog, there's a theme, there's a plugin for it. I'll get the plugin and I'll do it. I'm not a programmer, but using WordPress gives me access to thousands of themes, thousands of plugins that I can use to change my blog anywhere I want, anyhow I want. So don't use Blogger. Okay. Thank you for your efforts, sir. What are the basic plugins a beginner needs for effective blogging? I mentioned more than 10 in Blogging Business Masterclass, but for the sake of those who might not have money to get it, I will still explain some. You need plugins like Yoast. You need plugins for backing up your blog. You need plugins for security. You need plugins like PrettyLink for customizing your links, your affiliate links. You use PrettyLink to customize it to align with your domain name. So these are the major plugins that you need. I mentioned more than 10 in Blogging Business Masterclass. If you can afford 7,500 Naira tonight, get it. Can an AI tool be used to create content for a blog? Yes, you can use AI tool, but the prompt you put in will determine the result you get. And even when you get the result, you need to re-optimize it. Because if you leave it that way, someone else might use similar prompts and get the same result. All of you will just have the same content. And when multiple people have the same content, Google is going to hit your blog hard. So even if you use AI to create content, you still need to add human feelings to it. You need to humanize it. You need to add more optimization to it. And that will take you like 2-3 hours to do that, or even 4. So if you are using AI to create blog posts, no problem, but you must re-optimize it. It's very important. I have a challenge. I'm having the challenge of my article not indexing. How long does it take? I've answered this before. How about someone that has an existing blog but no traffic? I've told you what to do. Look at this. Do content repurposing. Content repurposing here means that you can convert the blog post you've written to have infographics. Infographics, you can convert it to short tweets. You can tweet it and people will follow it. Before you know it, you put your link. Focus on your target key phrase. Any keyword you want to target, focus on it. Don't create a blog that talks about everything. It will affect your traffic. What are the sites where I can create my domain? Okay, someone has just put the link here. So thank you very much for that. Can one choose a web design as a niche and WordPress as a subnet? Perfectly, you can do that. It's very profitable. You can monetize it using affiliate link, domain name domain registrar, web hosting registrar, and the rest of them. Teams. You can monetize it using that. It's a very good niche too. Can I pay 5? All of you asking me, can you pay 5,000? Don't do that. I have a question for the package of building the blog you mentioned for 200. Can the payment be made twice? Yes, you can make the payment twice. You can make the payment of 100 and pay the balance later. Or you can make the payment of 150 and pay the balance later. You can make payment twice. But when you make commitments, we'll get to a certain stage where your money stops and will stop there. So we expect you to pay off the balance and don't just abandon it and move on or say, oh, I'm no longer interested, you are going to refund me. There's no way we can refund you when we've already started the job. So you can make payment twice. Another question for the done for the one-on-one. Will a blog be built alongside teaching the person one-on-one? Perfectly, yes. If you choose the one-on-one, I will teach you how to do it. It's two of us doing it. Two of us will do it. Will take time to do it. It will take us like 4 days. And in that 4 days, I normally split it into 2 days per week. 2 days per week. So 2 days per week, we'll do it. Use the remaining 2 days to implement whatever I've taught you. Do research on whatever I've taught you to actually know that you've learned it. You get back to me. I will follow up with you on that. Thank you for your efforts, sir. Sir, what are basic plugins a beginner needs? I've answered this question before. Do you have any discount for the both one-on-one and the third package of building? I've already given discount. That's one of done for you. Normally, I charge 250,000 for it. Normally, I have many people here that paid for it. I can boldly tell you that I have many people here that paid for that 250,000 naira, but I'm giving it to you today for 200,000, and I'm creating 10 articles for you. And I'll also show you how to create the remaining 10 articles and many more articles you want to do. So I've given you a discount, and the one-on-one is 140 instead of 150. Do you have, okay, I've answered this. On one-on-one, I don't want to skip anybody's questions. How many words should a blog post be? There is no standard figure, but I always recommend your blog post should not be less than 800 words. It shouldn't be less than 800 words. If you can write up to 5,000 words, kudos. It will help you to rank very well, especially if you are not repeating words. Please mute your microphone. Mute your microphone. I've answered this. Kindly pin those offers. Anyone who is here will see it. Okay, someone should help me type the offer. Someone should help me type the offer so that I can pin it. Kasarachi, please help me type the offer so that I can pin it. As I'm talking, I will not be able to type. Okay, the next question is, please, if I get the master class, you won't support us when we need you. No, I will support you. There's a Facebook group. There's a private Facebook group where I offer support. Once you get the blogging business master class, you'll be added to a private Facebook group. Once you join the Facebook group, you can ask questions. If you ask questions, I will respond to it. I'm always there to respond to questions. Anything you ask me, I will respond. The only difference is that you cannot ask me privately. You have to post it inside the group because it's a group coaching course. So I think I've answered that question. Having a non-paid blog on WordPress, is it profitable? Is it okay? What do you have to say about it? I don't understand what you mean by non-paid blog. Kasarachi, I don't understand what you mean by non-paid blog. What are the basic plugins a beginner needs? I've answered this question before. If you get blogging business on that cloud, you'll be able to also access it. Okay, what are the trainings included in the blogging business masterclass? It includes how to start a blog. There's a link for that. Let me see. Okay, it's not here. It's not here. But look at the link. Just go to entrepreneurbusinessblog.com. Go to Entrepreneur Business Blog. I will drop the link thereafter. BBM/2. So you can see details of the course here. So you see details of the course. Look at the details. How to make money from blogging, how to create content, and the rest of them. You see the details. Is it compulsory to have 3 categories before requesting for AdSense? What is the minimum Most people have gotten AdSense with just 20 articles. I always recommend that you get up to 60, and all of them should be indexed on search engine. If you have 3 categories, fine. If you don't have categories at all, no problem. They don't really focus more on categories as like the category, just to make sure that the blog is not about too many things. If the blog is about too many things, it becomes confusing. Some even get AdSense approval without any category, so you can try that. Many people are saying I should do the offer 5K. What of the people that pay 7.5? What will I do to them? Please, sir, if I get the masterclass, you won't have answered this. Let me see how many people that have paid for 7.5. Seems like you like discounts. Well, okay. I will refund. If you pay 7.5, I will refund you the remaining 2.5. All right, I've heard. About 5 people have sent me private messages that I should make it 5K. Oh yeah, pay 5K. Pay 5K. Those of you that pay 7.5, I will refund you your 2,500. Pay 5K. Fastest finger, 5K. Oh yeah. Before you will roast me alive. Okay, can the one-on-one mentoring be paid twice? You can pay twice the same thing, but you must pay at least 100,000 if you are doing twice. If you want to pay on installment, you pay twice. It has to be 100,000. Later, you balance the remaining 40,000. And once you start the training, there's nothing like refund again. And the duration it will run is a lifetime mentorship training. But the training proper will run for 4 days. The follow-up is forever. Like if you have questions, you can always come back and ask me privately, not in the group, not on Facebook. You ask me privately and I will respond to you. I make out time for my one-on-one students. If they ask me questions, I will take time. If it's something that requires us going live to do it, I will go live with you to explain it. So if you want the one-on-one, you pay 100,000 naira, you balance 40,000. But if you can pay at once, pay the 140,000 naira and start your training. I mean, not paying for domain name using. Okay. Now I get your point, Akasa. No. Don't use free hosted blogging. Don't use free hosted where you don't pay for domain name. You'll be having maybe okoye.wordpress.com. Don't do that. It's a waste of your effort. It's even better that you pay for blogging training. Learn it over a period of time with your phone. When you finally get money, you can even start offering it as a service to other people to raise money for you to set up your own. What is the minimum amount required to start up a blog? The minimum amount depends on the web hosting platform you are using and the domain name you are using. Some domain names you can get it at a cheaper rate, but it's not always more than $60. $60 is like the maximum. It will get you domain name and web hosting. And of course, there are many themes, free themes, good free themes that you can use for a start until you're able to start getting money from whatever you do before you can get a paid theme. So someone with $60 will be able to do it. Hey Giraffe, head, I said you should pay 5,000. Fastest finger. Those of you that pay 7.5, I will refund you 2.5. Chibike, I've heard 5,000. Oh yeah, pay. What's the meaning? Okay, I've responded to this. Please recommend a free fast theme with good site navigation. I don't have any free sites, any free theme that I can recommend. I don't recommend free themes. Okay, he's asking I should post the account number here. Let me post the account number here so that this is the account number. Ask your questions. So if you meet me outside to ask questions, I will bill you. Ask me questions. Now, if you meet me outside to ask me any questions, yeah, I will bill you. I charge very high. I'll drop the account. So when you make your payment, you can send me a personal message on Telegram here on WhatsApp. Matro Lens, you can get the Blogging Business Masterclass so that you have access to the replay. You can get the Blogging Business Masterclass 5K today based on popular demand. People have made me to change my mind. Okay, someone is already recommending Generate Press, Astra, MH Lite. Good, thank you very much for that. Lincoln, thank you so much for that. Please, sir, is blogging digital marketing? Yes, blogging is an angle of digital marketing. It's an aspect of digital marketing that involves SEO. SEO is part of digital marketing, so it's part of it. Does Blogging Business Masterclass, you could really meant business? So see alerts coming everywhere for the 5K offer. Make sure you get the done for you. Make sure you get the done for you. That one will help you very well. As you are getting this one-on-one, get this one done for you, 200,000. It will help you to save you a lot of stress. Does Masterclass teach how to get AdSense approved? I've already taught you that here. But if you get the Blogging Business Masterclass and you have questions, you just have to post it inside the group. We have a private Facebook group and you'll be given immediate answer. Immediate answer will be given to you. Before you link out to another domain, what do you consider? I mentioned it before. Before you link out to another domain, what you consider, number one, is the domain name you are linking to in line with your niche. It has to be, whether you are getting the backlinks from them or they are giving you backlinks, it has to be in line with your niche. If it's not in line with your niche, don't do that. And even when you do that and the person did not pay you for it, make it a no-follow, especially if it's affiliate marketing. Make it a no-follow. If you are using Blog Editor makes it very easy for you to make a link no-follow. All you need to do is to tap on the link. The drop-down button will show you. Tap on the drop-down button. It becomes no-follow. You see the first drop-down button is open in a new tab. The second one is make it a no-follow. So that's how you do it. How long does it take before I can start earning with blogging? It depends on you. If you're able to create your blog very well and focus on it, blogging is like building a business. If you give your business time and you are strategic with what you do, your business will definitely grow. It will grow. But if you are using the nonchalant attitude towards the business, it will not grow. I always tell you in 3 months, if you are deeply rooted in what you do, you get results in 3 months. What about if article is being written with AI and paraphrase? What's the sense of paraphrasing? It's just like when you write article with AI, you have to just edit it. I mentioned before, I said humanize it. Humanize it means make it look like something that human being wrote. There's a difference between when bot is writing something and when human being is writing. The difference is always clear. So you have to humanize it. Let people know that it was written by human being. What's the next question? When short of content ideas for your niche, what do? You do research. You simply do research. That's why I said get Blogging Business Masterclass. When you get Blogging Business Masterclass, you will see how to different ways to generate content, different ideas to generate content. We have the how to, we have the what, we have the listicles. Listicles means 5 ways to. We are mentioning numbers. How means how to do this. How to do this. You can even use how to generate more than 1,000 articles, but it doesn't have to just how. What is this? You mention what is your niche. You mention a particular keyword in your niche. Disadvantages of. So there are many ways to do it. I explain them in details in Blogging Business Masterclass. My biggest challenge is electricity. Any advice or suggestion for me? Move out to a place where you have constant light. In Nigeria today, if you are in a place where there is no access to the internet, no access to power supply, move out. Move out. That's the difference between human being and tree. Move to where you have access to power supply. It's very important. It will help you to grow, not just in blogging, but in life. Can someone without writing skills still do blogging successfully? Every single one of us, we have writing skills. There's nothing like we don't have writing skills. What matters is your ability to learn how to put your thoughts together. That's what you get through training. If you can get the one-on-one, you do it. It will help you to know how to put your thoughts together to write content. You are the one that wrote this, so you have writing skills. What you wrote here is self-explanatory. I'm able to read it and understand. So it's very simple. If you can read, if you can write, you have writing skill. All you just need to do is to get training on how to put your thoughts together. When I teach you on one-on-one, there's a way I teach you how to generate content. You put the title first, you put the subtitles, and you begin to develop them. So that's how you get your content. Before, if you have like 5 subtitles and you begin to add 200 words to them, as you are doing research, you are writing. You're already having about 2,000 words. So I teach it in my one-on-one training. If you can afford that, that will help you very well. Just 140,000 naira today. Someone said get solar system. Good. So if you can afford it, get solar system or move away from where you are. Please, sir, does the Blogging Business Masterclass teach how to build a blog? Yes. This Blogging Business Masterclass will teach you step by step how to build a blog. Everything you need to know on how to build a blog. Someone is asking a voice note of the training. If you want to get a voice note, you have to get Blogging Business Masterclass. Just have to get the Blogging Business Masterclass. Please make sure you mute yourself so that I'll be able to hear myself. How do I make use of ChatGPT appropriately to avoid Google dictating that it's AI? You just have to get the content idea from there and rewrite. Maybe in another training I will teach that one properly. Or maybe if you get the one-on-one training, you get it before it gets to the public. Can I do blogging with any type of laptop? Yes, you can use any type of laptop to do. What I don't recommend is using phone. Does my book on seller cover what I'm saying in this webinar? Yes, it covers it, but it's not a book. It's a video training. A video training of over 15 hours. That's what you're getting in this Blogging Business Masterclass. It's a video training of over 15 hours. Can blog solely for Christian articles bring money? It's very difficult. It's very difficult except you are monetizing the blog through donation or it's a calling for you. If you have, if you're a pastor or you have a ministry, you can still do blogging, but at this time, you monetize it mainly through sales of digital products. But as for using AdSense, the cost per click is very low. The cost per click is so low that you'll be discouraged. But if it's a ministry or a passion for you, something God has called you for, you want to focus on Christian articles, perfect, no problem. You can monetize your blog using digital products. You can also monetize it using sales of physical books. When people follow, you can also monetize it through donation as you keep creating content that help people. A lot of people are emotional about Christian content or religious content generally, so they will definitely sponsor you. You'll even be getting people that will sponsor what you do. Please, I'm short with cash on hand. Can I deposit tomorrow? I'll show the cash in the picture now. I don't even get your point. How about a blog in the agri domain? Agri domain blog is good. Maybe you monetize it by selling products. But you can't really do much in that niche through affiliate marketing. You can monetize mainly through sales of physical products, sales of digital products, sales of services, consulting. These are different ways you can monetize it. Deji, if you can afford to get my one-on-one training, please get it so that we can work together. I will show you practical steps you can take to make sure you get results in this area. I'm rounding up and looking at the questions I have here to see how many people I can accommodate at once. So I made it 5,000 naira this night. Don't say you missed it. If you missed it, those of you that paid 7,500, I will refund you. I will refund you, but please make sure you get it this night. Don't come back tomorrow and tell me, oh, you forgot to pay 5,000. You want to pay next tomorrow. You will not have the opportunity. Get it 5,000. Now, if you are getting the blogging business masterclass, 5,000 instead of 7,500. And if you are getting the one-on-one, 140, you can make deposit of 100 today. You can make deposit of 100 today. Later you complete it. And if you want it done for you, where I will set up the blog for you, choose a profitable niche for you. The niche I'm picking for you is a very profitable one. So it will be easy for you to get AdSense approval and all of those things. I'll write 10 articles for you, well-optimized article that will become like a standard for you. I will do setup, Google Analytics setup and Google Search Console setup. I will suggest 10 topics that you can work on, and I will show you exactly how to write those 10 topics. I will even show you how you can use different strategies to get topics faster and also write them. So you are getting more for less. And you also have support, lifetime support. So as you keep growing the blog, you can always get back to me to ask questions. So you can get it for 200,000 naira. There is no discount in this one, 200,000. You can make deposit of 100,000 today to secure your slot. The standard price is 250, but I made it 200 so that people will have access to it. Getting domain name, getting hosting, getting team, all of these things are bought in dollars. When you convert it, if you want to do it by yourself, all the tools I'm going to be giving you in your website, all the setup, if you have to do it by yourself, I'm very much sure you spend nothing less than 250. I'm sure of that. But I have ways of sourcing dollars. I get paper funds, so it becomes easier for me to get dollars instead of going to the normal market to get dollars. I don't do that. So if you want it done for you, you get it done for you. 200, one-on-one, 140. The blogging business masterclass 5,000 today. Okay, so blogging cannot be done with a phone. And please, is capital required before you start a blog? Yes, you need capital. I mentioned it that you need at most $60 to get domain name and web hosting. You can start with free team. I think it was Lincoln or who that suggested some free team that you can use. Astra, number 1. GeneratePress, number 2. MH Lite. These are free teams that you can use. So you can start with these free teams, and as you grow, as the blog is monetized, you begin to get money. Maybe you sell digital products, offer services. You begin to make more money. You can use it to now get paid tools that will help your blog to look more professional. Which can you suggest for me to blog on my second-tier home-based country or blog for first-tier countries? Blog on first-tier countries. Blog on first-tier country. And if you must blog on second-tier country, let it be because there is a strategy. Like someone reached out to me recently that he wants to sell a product, but he wants to go through the angle of blogging to sell the product. So he's likely going to be targeting the Nigerian market. And if your blog is about how to travel abroad, you know Africans are excited about traveling abroad. So you are definitely going to be targeting Africans. That's third world countries. How profitable is relationship niche in terms of AdSense? The AdSense revenue for relationship niche is low. And not only that, there's every tendency that you might mention words that will make AdSense not to approve your site. Words like sex. So when you mention sex, the algorithm may not understand that you are talking about gender. They might mistake it to be sex as per having sex. So it will hinder your approval for AdSense. It doesn't mean that people are not doing it, but many of them are monetizing their blogs through other means. And if you are really passionate about relationship and you want to run a blog on relationship, you might get AdSense approval, but you have to be very technical in your use of words. And not only that, look away beyond AdSense and monetize the blog through services and digital products. There are a lot of topics that if you write on in the area of relationship, and how many of them I didn't work on. So if you get my one-on-one training, I'm going to recommend some topics for you that you can write digital products on, and it will sell very well in that relationship niche. How about fashion blogging? I'm a fashion designer. Perfectly, you're a fashion designer, so it's a profitable niche for you. You can actually use your blog to get more clients. You can use your blog to build a brand for yourself. You can use your blog to connect with foreign brands that will want to work with you. So fashion designer can actually have a fashion blog. And most of your competitors outside there, they are interested to know what is going on in Africa in the area of fashion, what exactly is going on. So if you become the voice that people can pass through to know what is going on in the fashion world in Africa, it will give you more exposure. It might even give you more opportunity to travel around the world. So it's a good one. Amarachi Nancy, please, if you can afford 140, get my one-on-one training so that I can work with you directly on how to penetrate the fashion industry. I don't have a blog in that niche, so you can be sure that I'll be giving you practical practical ideas that you can implement without being biased. So I don't have a blog in the fashion niche. Please, sir, I can't make transfer now, please. And with cash in my hand, no money in the bank. Can I make the deposit tomorrow? I don't know what to answer yet. Let's see how it goes before tomorrow. Apart from entrepreneurshipbusiness.com, what are your other blogs? I'm sorry, Rita, I cannot tell you. I don't disclose them. I have other blogs, but I don't disclose them. The only one I want people to know about is entrepreneurbusinessblog.com, and that is because I made it public before I took the decision I took to take the other ones private. So I could not retrieve. If I know what I know now, none of my blogs will be in my name. But it's always good that you have at least one in your name. The rest can be private, but don't just start two blogs at the same time. Build one first, monetize it before you set up other ones. Is .com.ng good to use? It's not too bad, but it will limit your foreign reach, because some foreign audience, the moment they see .com.ng, they will know that this blog is coming from maybe Africa, or some of them will go extra mile to investigate where the blog is coming from. So they will likely not read your content. And of course, the extension you use will determine where Google will refer, will be sending more traffic to your blog from. So if you use .com.ng, when someone in Nigeria is searching for something, they will likely recommend your own. And when someone in the US is searching for the same thing, you will not get as much traffic as you're supposed to get. And beyond that, .com.ng is lengthy. What if someone goes back and register the .com? It means the person will be stealing your audience. So if you still have the .com of the domain, go for it. Yes, I can't review my second blog. The only one you are permitted to know is this entrepreneurbusinessblog.com. Can one monetize with Google Ad Manager? I don't get what you mean. Do you mean Google Ad Manager as per Google Ads, like Google advertising? If that's what you are asking for, you can't monetize with that. That one is for paying Google to display your ads. That's what that one does. AdSense is Google paying you to display the ads that the advertisers paid for. That's the way it works. Yes, it has relationship, it has poor CPC. That's why I mentioned that the only way you can monetize it very well is using sales of digital products, offering services. There are people that are having serious relationship issues that you can charge a lot of money if you position yourself very well. That's why you go for one-on-one training. Sir, is blogging about shoemaking and its material profitable? Yes, it's profitable, and the other way it's also not profitable. But if your intention is to sell shoes, I keep mentioning it. If your intention is to sell shoes, you can run a blog on that, and it will become popular. To become popular, and you will sell a lot because people will be getting to you. Can one use UK AdSense account to apply for his or her blog? Of course, you can. Means you have to get someone in UK to do it for you, or if there's a way to change your location, but you'll find it a little bit difficult in getting approval if you don't have someone there, or you have a way of using the address to get your PIN for verification. Most people buy UK AdSense accounts, they buy address and get the PIN through that way. So it's a little bit rigorous, but people are doing it. Once you've been verified, you don't have issue with getting payment. To be honest, first they are quite hard to target. Yes, they are quite hard, but the moment you penetrate it, will earn you more money, even with less traffic. How about forex trading niches? Is it profitable? Of course, you have a lot of courses that you can sell in that niche. Have a lot of courses you can sell, but it's not, the CPC is not as high. And it's also a sensitive niche because you'll be talking about money. What I mean is, can one monetize his or her blog with Google Ads? Like, okay, I get your point. Of course, you can. You just have to apply. I've applied for AdSense more than 8 times and none has been approved. I've done the needful from my end by setting it up to meet AdSense approval. Yet AdSense disapproval without pinpointing reasons for disapproval. How do I solve this? You need to get a professional to look at your blog to know what you are doing right and what you are not doing right. So please do me a favor by muting yourself. I think we've come to the end of this training. I don't have any more questions here. And I told you that I don't recommend. Kingsley is asking, is forex trading good skill to learn? There is no skill that is useless. But what I don't do is to recommend a skill for you on a personal level. I can recommend different skills. You now do your own research to decide, because I've been in a situation where people will tell me that, please mute yourself. Kingsley, mute yourself. I've been in a situation where people tell me that it was the niche you recommended for me did not work. So I've stopped recommending business ideas for people. What I do is I write as many as I can write. The ones that you feel, okay, this one tickled your fancy, you want to go into it, fine. And if you ask me for a recommendation on who can teach you, I'll recommend people that can teach you. My intention is going into blogging purely for arbitrage. So I already did name research and found 2 straightforward and short names, and I'm about to buy it. Though the domain is for travel and school abroad. Do you think I stand a chance of winning in that niche? Perfectly, you stand a chance. You stand a chance of winning in that niche. But what you do for me is that you get a mentor, get someone that can train you, especially it's easy to get someone that will teach you arbitrage. Arbitrage means running ads. It's very easy. But the one that is more technical is how you can use SEO to balance it so that you don't get $50,000 and get banned. And your $50,000 will just disappear like that. You wouldn't want that to happen. So what I do is to teach you how you can use SEO to balance the traffic you are getting through paid advertising. So that's why you need to get the one-on-one training so that you can get proper SEO training and how you can even convert the paid traffic, convert a portion of the paid traffic to organic traffic. It will help to boost your performance online. I don't use any of the three platforms you mentioned. Money Tag is a Popular Ads. I think so. Money Tag is Popular Ads. I think they changed their name to Popular Ads. Okay, I do mainly SEO. All right, so I think I've come to the end of the training. Kingsley, read some of my posts. I recommended some skills. Read some of my posts. Let me not be repeating what I've said before. Read some of my posts on Facebook. Read down to the 1st of this month. You'll see some of them. I recommended a lot of skills and even explain how you can do them. Thank you very much for replying. So I once get good knowledge about this blogging for 2 to 3 months. I will pay for your arbitrary class if you have one. I know I can't risk going into that without a mentor. No problem. I don't teach arbitrary. What I teach is SEO. I don't teach arbitrary, but I can guide you on how to do arbitrary better because I have friends that are doing it and they come to me to learn SEO so that they can balance what they are doing. Many of them come to me to learn SEO. All right, thank you so much for turning up. You can Google what backlinks is. I explained it in this video training. Thank you for turning up for this training. Do me a favor, please mention me on Facebook. Let your friends know that I taught you something. Whatever you think you learned from me today, just write a post. A post of appreciation is not much. Just write a post of appreciation. Oh, I want to thank Emenike Emmanuel for teaching me this and this on blogging. And I learned so and so thing. I'm going to implement it in my business. Tag me and I'll be very glad. And I'm very glad. I want your friends to know about me and also recommend this group to them. From time to time, we are going to be hosting training in this group. I didn't know that Telegram is this sophisticated before. I've been using Telegram, but I never used it in this dimension before. So thank you so much for turning up. I appreciate. I hope you learned something. If you learned something, you can let me know in the comment section that you learned something before I will lock the comment section. Because I don't want people to send too many messages here. I want the group to be sanitized. If it's the one-on-one you want to get, this is the account number. Let me give some of you time to get it. Let me give some of you time to get it. If it's the one-on-one you want, do that right away. If it's the one-on-one you want, do that right away. This is the account number, 140,000. You pay it to this account. If you want the done for you, please look at the account number here, 200,000. You can deposit 100,000 tonight. Tomorrow, you can complete it. I mean, later you can complete, not necessarily tomorrow. All right, I think the person I even offered the opportunity to use this thing did not get it. That means I have to. You can send it to, either you send it as a message on Facebook, or you can send it to Telegram here. You can send it to Telegram here. Just send a message to me privately. Or you can send it on WhatsApp. Let me drop my WhatsApp number. If you have a physical group of 200 people and above, 100 people and above, and you want me to come and speak to them, and you take care of my logistics, I'm willing to do that. If you also have an online community of 10,000 people and above, and you want me to come and speak to them, I'm also willing to do that. So just let me know. 10,000 people online and above, physical 100 and above. If it's physical training, you just take care of my logistics. All right. You see, I'm up to 144 people here. Okay, guys. See you later. I will do a recap of this offer and drop it here. And as you come, you see it, you make payment, you get it. Okay, while you are still here, let me just type Blogging Business Masterclass. Here are the offers. Business Masterclass. I think I need to end this so that I don't keep you guys waiting. Next one is one-on-one. One-on-one virtual training. When you pay for the course, you send me your email address. As you are sending your proof of payment, you send your email address. It will be sent to you. If you want to get the recorded version of this training, you should pay for the Blogging Business Masterclass. You have access to it. So this one is 140. So when you make payment for this, send your email address alongside your proof of payment for easy confirmation. Done for you, complete blog setup. So it's not just done for you. You can see details of what I'm going to do for you. Before some of you go around saying, oh, you want to charge 200,000 to set up a blog. Look at the details of what I'm doing for you. And the support alone is more than this amount. Tell your friends about me. Write about me on Facebook. Let your friends know that you attended my training. Do me that favor. Let your friends know that you attended this training. I will appreciate. And if you are outside Nigeria and you want to make payment, let me know in the comment section or send me a private message so that I can send you a link with which you can make payment from outside Nigeria. Not being in Nigeria should not be something that will limit you. Chibike asks how to access it. Just send email address to me. When you make payment, you send your email address to me and I will. All right, thank you for turning up. Share this, 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 so that more people will see what we are doing. All right, I think I'm done for today. No, it's not. Don't mind the write-up there. It's 200. It's 200. Look at the details. You choose a niche. I'll help you to choose a profitable niche. I'll help you to write 10 optimized articles that will be indexed on search engine. Why I said it to be in there, because I'll be the one monitoring this the setup, this search console. I'll monitor the search console. So even if it's not indexed, I will re-index it until 10 of them are indexed. I'll suggest 10 topics that you can write on and how to write it. Not just how to write it, but how to also write it faster. So I will suggest them to you. I will give you support as you do all of these things. So this is already so much for one package. This is already so much for one package. So let me give you like 10 more minutes before, 5 more minutes rather, before I leave. Make your payments. If you can afford only the one of 5,000, the Blogging Business Masterclass, grab it now. Send your proof of payment and your email address to me. Send your proof of payment and email address to me. Send your proof of payment and email address to me as you make your payment. All right. I think I'm done for today. See you guys on Facebook. Please share this on Facebook. Invite your friends. Invite them to follow my page. Anyone that wants to grow their business should be following Emenike Emmanuel on Facebook. Want to grow your business should be following Emenike Emmanuel on Facebook. God bless you all. Yep.